Far beyond the familiar constellations, beyond the quiet hum of the galactic core, there drifted a space station unlike any other. This station had no name, no markings to tell of its origins, but it was known in the stories of the stars. The old ones called it the city that moves, for it was said to be alive, an ancient relic that shifted like a great, forgotten beast, floating in the dark, waiting for the right travelers to awaken its secrets. Many thought it was just a tale spun by the dreamers of the universe, a myth told around campfires on distant moons. But the crew of the Voyager's Light was not so easily fooled. They were explorers, brave souls who had traveled to the farthest reaches of known space. They had come searching for something new, something hidden, and when they found the city that moves, they had no idea what awaited them. The Voyager's Light approached the station slowly, its engines humming in the vast silence of space. The station's shape was hard to discern, an ever-changing mass of shapes, some sharp, some smooth, as if the city itself could not decide on what it was. Is it a ship? Or something older, wondered Captain Nara, peering through the viewfinder. The crew felt a strange pull toward it, like an invisible hand tugging them closer, urging them to dock. Docking was an experience no one would ever forget. As the airlock sealed, the crew felt a strange shudder beneath their feet. "Something's wrong," said Lieutenant Rill, the engineer. "This station, it's moving. I can feel it." The moment the door opened, a cold wind rushed in. The air was thick with the smell of ancient metal and something else, something faintly sweet and alien, like the scent of unknown flowers. The crew stepped into the darkened corridors, their boots echoing as they ventured deeper into the station. Their lights flickered, casting long shadows along the walls, which seemed to shift in the dim light. "Keep your eyes open," Captain Nara warned. "This place may not be as abandoned as it seems." The deeper they went, the stranger the station became. The walls were covered in symbols, glowing softly with a pale blue light. It was clear these symbols were not of any known language. Some resembled stars, others were curving lines that twisted and spiraled like galaxies. "These markings, they're ancient," said Dr. Sira, the linguist, her voice trembling. "Older than any civilization we've encountered. But there's something different about them." They reached a vast chamber, its ceiling stretching far above them, beyond the reach of their lights. In the center of the room was an enormous stone pedestal, covered in layers of dust. And upon it lay a strange artifact, a glowing orb, pulsing with a rhythm that seemed almost alive. As they approached the pedestal, the ground beneath their feet shuddered again. The entire station groaned, as if waking from a long slumber. "We need to leave," Rill urged, panic creeping into his voice. But it was too late. The walls around them began to shift and twist, rearranging themselves in a way that no human-made structure could. The corridors stretched, turning into labyrinths. The doors slid open and shut, not by the crew's commands, but as if guided by some unseen force. The city that moves was alive, and it was not content with being ignored any longer. Suddenly, the station's voice, deep and resonant, filled the chamber, not through speakers, but directly in their minds. "You have awoken me," it said. "The time has come for the secrets to be known." Captain Nara stumbled back, her heart racing. "Who, what are you?" The voice echoed, warm but cryptic. "I am the last of the lost cities, the cradle of the ancients. Long ago, my people walked among the stars. But we are gone now, lost to time and forgotten by those who came after. I was left to wander, to drift across the galaxy, awaiting those who would seek my truths. You are the ones who found me. You are the ones who must hear my tale." The lights in the chamber dimmed, and the orb began to glow brighter, casting strange, shifting shadows across the walls. The symbols on the walls seemed to move, swirling together to form images, a great civilization, flourishing under twin suns, its people ascending to the stars. But then, a shadow fell over the images. The city crumbled, and the stars themselves flickered and dimmed. The ancients were wise, the station's voice continued. But they sought knowledge beyond their reach. They discovered a force, an energy that could bend space itself, that could reshape the universe. But their greed brought ruin. The city, the station, was cursed. It became a prison, and I was bound to carry it across the stars, alone. Until now. The crew stood frozen, captivated by the tale. The legend of the lost city had always been a whisper in the galaxy, but now it was a reality before their eyes. The mystery of the city that moves was no longer a myth, it was a warning. Just then, the station shifted again, faster this time. The walls trembled, and the floor seemed to twist beneath them. The artifact on the pedestal began to pulse in time with the city's movement, sending ripples of energy through the air. "We must leave," Dr. Sira gasped. "Whatever force is here, it's not friendly." But the station wasn't finished. "You will leave," it said. "But you will take a piece of me with you. And my story will continue. It is only the beginning." And with that, the station's voice faded, leaving a silence that was even more unsettling. The crew turned and fled toward the docking bay, the labyrinth of shifting corridors disorienting them with every step. The city that moves had awoken, and its secrets would follow them, trailing across the galaxy like an ancient echo. The Voyager's light blasted off from the station, leaving the city that moves behind. But as the stars stretched out before them, Captain Nara couldn't shake the feeling that the city was still watching. Its secrets were no longer hidden, but their true meaning remained just out of reach. The tale of the city that moves, like all good legends, would live on, its mysteries leaving a trail for those brave enough to follow. But who would come next?